Hello Year 1, it's Miss Hawkes and I've got something a bit different for you today. We're going to do some guided reading together. Here's our curious questioning cat and he's asking us, can I segment and blend to read a story? This is the book that we're going to be looking at today. Let's have a closer look at the cover together and I want you to think about how this cat looks. If you're there with a grown-up at home, tell your grown-up why you think the cat might look like that. Have a closer look and see if there's anything you can notice in the picture. The title of the book is called No Way. That might give you a bit more of a clue about why the cat looks like that. You can pause me if you want some more time to discuss the cover. Let's have a look now at some tricky words that we're going to meet in our story today. Do you know them? These are words that we shouldn't be sounding out. We need to look at and recognise straight away. I'm going to count to 3 and point to a word and see if you can say it with me. 1, 2, 3, are. 1, 2, 3, want. Okay, this is the word are, like you are happy. And this is the word want, like I want an ice cream. So here are some words that we're going to meet in our story today. I'd like you, when I uncover them, to see if you can maybe write it down and add some sound buttons, or get somebody else to write the word down for you and see if you can add the sound buttons to it. Okay, here's our first word. See if you can draw some sound buttons on there. Pause me. Okay, I'm going to add some of my own sound buttons to it. Let's blend it together. Strict. Our teacher can be very strict. We always have to do what we are told. Let's try the next one. Fetch. Can the dog fetch a ball? And the next one. Chucks. He chucks the ball into a pond. This one. Remember, you can pause me for any word that you want to write the sound buttons on yourself. Brings. He brings back the ball. That one's hiding a bit. Dripping. He came out of the pond dripping wet. And chilly. He was a bit chilly too. Lovely word, this one. Snuggles. I like to have snuggles with my teddy bear. So, there are some words that we're going to meet today that you might need to think about what they mean. So the first word is pal. Do you know what the word pal means? Can you use it in a sentence? Can you tell the person that you're with a sentence using the word pal? So a pal is a friend. You might say, my pal and I walk to the shops together. It's about dashes. Do you know the word dashes and what it means? Dashes means runs quickly. You might say the dog dashes after the ball. Strict. Do you know what strict means? Demanding that rules are obeyed. My teacher is strict. Chucks. Chucks is another word for throws. He chucks the ball into the water. Dripping. Dripping is a word for very wet. The dog was dripping. Snuggles moves to get warm and comfortable. The dog snuggles into its bed. So we're going to have a walk through the pictures from today's books now and see if we can understand what's happening. What I'd like you to do at home is pause me on each page of pictures and just talk through to your grown-up what you think might be going on. Okay, now it's time to read the story out loud and all together. If you're very confident with your reading, you might want to read on your own. If you're getting there with your reading, you might want to sound some of the words out with your mum and dad. If you're not very confident with your reading, that's fine to follow along with your finger while I read the story to you. Ray is away on holiday. Ray's kitten Jay must stay with Ray's pal Ted and his dog Rex. Ted is good with dogs, but not cats. Cats are odd. Ted is relaxing in the sun with Rex and Jay. A black cat dashes past. Rex and Jay want to run. "Stay, Rex," says Ted in a strict way. Rex stands still. I've got some questions about the first 2 pages we've read. See if you can answer them. Why is the kitten staying with Ted? What does Ted think of cats? You'll need to look at the first page we read for the answers to these. Does the black cat move fast or slowly? How do you know? Let's carry on reading. "Stay, Jay," says Ted. "No way," thinks Jay. He's off, quick as a flash. When Jay gets back, Ted is cross. "Silly Ted," thinks Jay. "Let's play fetch," says Ted. He chucks a stick. "Fetch, Rex," he says. The stick lands in the pond. Rex jumps in, swims and fetches the stick. He brings it back, dripping wet. When you've read those 2 pages, you might like to think about the answers to these questions. Talk to your grown-up about them. What does Jay think about staying? How do you know? There's some clues in the words here. What do you think Jay will think about playing fetch? Tell me how you know. Let's carry on with the story. Ted chucks the stick back in the pond. "Fetch, Jay," he says in a playful way. Jay sits still. "You want me to swim in a pond, get dripping wet and fetch a stick? No way," thinks Jay. Ted is not happy with Jay. "Silly Ted," thinks Jay. Back in Ted's flat, it is chilly. Rex snuggles in his soft bed to nap. Ted looks at Jay. "Want to snuggle up with Rex?" he asks. Why doesn't Jay want to fetch the stick? It might help to think what you know about cats. What might Jay's answer be to the question, "Want to snuggle up with Rex?" Think again what else you know about cats and tell me, or the person you're with at home, why you think this. "No way," thinks Jay. Jay jumps up and snuggles on Ted's lap. "Okay," asks Ted. "Yes," thinks Jay. Is this a happy ending to the story? What makes you think this? I hope you enjoyed reading with me today. Remember, you can pause the video as many times as you like to do some more reading. There's a few more questions here that you might like to think about at home and see if you can answer. Feel free to send any answers in to our Key Stage 1 email address. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.